What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing a speed rebuild of the Chicago Bears. Of course, you don't know what a speed rebuild is. We get a certain amount of time based on their overall. If it's 80 or less, it's 10 minutes. Every overall past 80, they lose a minute to trade for any players we can to make the team better. Of course, this is a fantasy kind of style thing. Rather than me doing full fantasy rebuilds, this kind of works out the same, because obviously in a fantasy rebuild, when you get a ton of years, it's kind of hard to set parameters. Here, we try not to trade for the same players, because obviously there's a meta. Try to also trade for players that fit the scheme as much as possible, but sometimes we'll trade for Pierce when we're running a 4-3 or whatever it may be. Of course, the Chicago Bears, a very intriguing team, a pretty fun rebuild team going into next Madden, as I would probably replace running back. David Montgomery actually has a decent chance to be good in real life. Yeah, I wouldn't actually replace him. He's actually just good enough to use. You know what? I'm gonna lie here. I'm gonna go back on my statement. Probably not a fun rebuild team, because they have quarterback set, running back set, receivers are set. Those are positions that are kind of the most fun to develop, and obviously you don't really have to develop them here because you have at least 2 starting wide receivers that you don't have to worry about. Mooney, whether he's star or not, which he should be in next Madden, and then obviously Allen Robinson, who, for their sake, hopefully they settle that. For a Packers fan's sake, hopefully they don't, because I think he's one of the most, if not the most, underrated wide receiver in the league right now. Cole Kmet, who showed a couple of decent, moments in his rookie campaign. Jimmy Graham, who any team but the Packers seems to be good, apparently. Well, not good, but like slightly below average, which he was way below average for Green Bay. O-line, it's kind of improving, I suppose. They got a really good steal in Tevin Jenkins in the second round. Speaking of steals, obviously Justin Fields. We're going to have to, what is that called? Get rid of a draft pick as well, because the Bears obviously, took the risk, and smartly so. I mean, you can't, like I mentioned it a couple of times, I will clown the Bears as much as possible for Deshaun Watson and Mahomes, but if Fields ends up being bad, I'm not going to clown him, because it was clear-cut the best and only decision. I don't care if Mac Jones is like a god. It was the best decision. It made sense, and they just can't be clowned for it, simply put. There's no reason to. The other ones, yes, they traded up one spot to end up taking the worst of the first round. Yeah, you can clown them all you want, especially when Mahomes is potentially going to go down as the greatest of all time, let alone just, a decent guy, If it was just a couple of decent guys, fair enough, but it was pretty bad. Sorry, Bears fans. I know, I'm giving you... Hey, you got Fields now, all right? Relax. Eddie Jackson, who apparently is only star, but this is only a one-year thing, so I'm not too worried about it. Khalil Mack, who deserves to still be very high overall. I know his production statistically looks like he's down in the dumps, but he's really not. He's really not. As long as he stays healthy, he's obviously one of the best pass rushers in the league. He just needs some help, which the Bears tried to get with Robert Quinn, which was an absolute, utter disaster fail. Maybe he, gets better in 2021, but that was a massive L from the Bears so far going forward. Akeem Hicks, they're trying to trade. Surprisingly, they haven't released him yet, considering cap situation, but at the end of the day, if they do lose Akeem Hicks, that defense becomes very rough. That pass rush, I don't know, that front just isn't deadly without him at all. You got Khalil Mack, you just run the opposite side of him, and you're set every time, realistically. But yeah, there's a lot more to work on with the Bears than one would expect. I will also say 78 overall, so we get that 10 minutes. But then again, I say than one would expect. But going into Madden 22, if they didn't draft Justin Fields, they would have been ranked my 32nd worst team based on roster talent, which of course would have made them a top 5 team to use, because obviously it's most fun. And I don't know what it is about this guy, he just scares me. All right, so we have our 10 minutes up. I think my list of positions is right guard, right tackle, tight end, wide receiver, running back, potentially middle linebacker, outside linebacker, strong safety, right end, corner. Running back would be kind of something we would look at, the absolute last ditch effort. Of course, Fields has become basically the new Cam Newton for sim, production, so I'm not going to really worry about that position. And even if I wanted to, there's not much I could do outside of Tom Brady to make it better without wasting a bunch of time and resources. So realistically, first things first probably should be safety because it's 67 overall, and once again, the guy scares me. But regardless, it goes out the window. As soon as the time hits, my brain melts. So let's get that melting going. 3, 2, 1, go. Of course, also, if you guys enjoy these, maybe leave a like and subscribe. So what do we have? Scotty Mill. That's Anthony Miller. I don't know why I think Scotty Miller. Buccaneers fan? I mean, what? Damian Williams? Is that actually someone they have, or did the game glitch out? I have no idea. The Packers. Washington is interested. Terry McLaurin could be like a straight-up W. Not even just that, but that would like... I mean, I guess, to be fair, he kind of reminds me of Darnell Mooney, but that would be a pretty big, like... Ooh, this looks good. Running back is that big of an issue here? A third-round pick probably seals the deal. Definitely seals the deal. I should have probably gone for a fourth next. Forgot that the Bears' projection here is really bad. But that's a huge win. We get a wide receiver. We can get rid of Miller. We could realistically get rid of Mooney as well, but I don't think we need to. Any team at all that needs like a green interest? The Jets maybe? No. Detroit probably doesn't need someone that badly, but... Oh, that's going to be... No, I thought that was actually going to be like a straight up, too much. But yeah, the Lions actually can see that he's not a good value. I think the Lions did a pretty good job with their trade, not going to lie. Oh, damn, dude. O-line's pretty big. I could use a lineman pretty badly, so we'll take that. Yeah, I mean, losing Stafford kind of sucks, but they got some pretty good value, and they are in rebuild mode, so it's not like they're just straight up throwing away their chance at a Super Bowl. I mean, they kind of are, right? They have somewhat of a chance to win a Super Bowl with Stafford in that roster, but yeah, I mean, realistically, probably not. Tight end's kind of an issue here. Evan Ingram's okay, but he's very easy to get. That's the reason why I went for him. So that was pretty quick. I don't even, he's not going to have any value. He just scares me. I'm just going to get rid of him. It's just too scary, honestly. This is just desperation. But we have 8 minutes on the board. Still, we got plenty of time. There's got to be someone. So Miami, you've got somebody you don't want, right? Byron Jones, I never actually trade for. Let's see. We recently did a rebuild with them, and surprisingly enough, he actually lasts pretty long. Not that it even matters in this situation, but yeah, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be a massive time waster. Do they actually have Eddie Goldman still? Bilal Nichols, huh? I mean, I'm willing to get rid of like a lower overall DT to end up getting a cornerstone, corner. That's kind of what it's called. Don't want to give up a first-round pick, though, so if I can get rid of anything else, running back, damn it, we should have kept one of those. Running back is like that one piece that just allows you to just finish a trade up. Don't think that's going to happen here, though. Who's the other corners? Trufant. Might be an overtrade. But I was willing to give it. Quinn. Oh, this is a sell. We wasted a whole minute, and it's really not looking like we're going to get this trade done. That's got to be somebody. All right, let's go back to the Giants. Bradbury. Oh, man, really? I know Bradbury's a higher overall, but really? I didn't think that was the game we were playing today. Cole Kmet, we don't really need. Jaguars, they have Shaquille. Could maybe get rid of that second. I mean, it's not a massive win at corner, but it's obviously a huge upgrade. It kind of puts him back at square one with, Kyle Fuller, basically. We'll take it. I mean, not really much of a choice since we literally accepted it. I'd rather have Johnson starting anyways. Let's go for a safety. I don't really care what the talent is as long as they're in the 80s. So I suppose I do care what the talent is. I suppose that's contradictive. There's got to be some green interest, right? I know these guys are old, but... Oh, some safety. More like the premier safety. We still have that second-round pick, I believe, hopefully. Because I don't think we got... we didn't, I mean, I know we didn't get Byron, but I think that was the trade we were making. This is looking like a first-round pick type of situation. Oh, I already have him on there. Crapper. 5 minutes left. I'm panicking a little bit, but I think we're fine. Let's just relax a little bit. Let's everyone just chill out. We're going to get Minka. We aren't even worried about it. We're definitely not going to get Minka unless I upgrade this to a first. stupid superstar. I mean, I could probably just get him straight up for this first-round pick, so... Oh, man. I just don't know the full value of the first-round picks, but that one is projected 2 overall, so you could see why some would value that high. So we have 4 linemen technically, but Tevin Jenkins as a starter isn't like the greatest thing ever. So we need 2 linebackers realistically. Let's make a play. We could get Devin Bush. We've only done that a few times, right? Could go Hayward. Oh, crapper. That's some time wasted. True Font. We only really need 2 corners, so Cameron Hayward's a higher dev, but he is older. He is older. Okay, I mean, maybe. That'd be a pretty big win for the D-line. Oh, you can't. You can't give it that close. I don't know what his value is, Danny Trevathan. Oh, apparently not very good at all because we get Cameron Hayward by switching Danny for a 5th-round pick. Realistically, we could just get away with some random linebacker, but I need a pass rusher. All right. Somebody be valuable to somebody for someone. That's how trading works. Thanks for that one. Cal Van Noy. I don't know why I said it like that. Hassan Reddick's actually okay. Damn it. They're like, yeah, we know he's okay, and you're not going to get him. Rashawn Gary, this is kind of a reach. See, it's all about, like, you can get players, right? Why would I ever? Like, why? Why would anyone go to them for pass rush help? JPP, we've done this before, though. Damn it. I feel bad because we have done it before. We probably overtraded even. But yeah, why would you go to them for help? Left guard, no, not James Daniels. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Affetti will keep there just in case we sell, because there's a good chance we sell. We honestly don't have much to work with at this point. We're lacking a little bit. Any value before I have to use that 2nd-round pick? Middle linebacker. Is there anyone old, maybe? Old. I don't want to go to the Saints because that's just cheating. Isaiah Simmons, obviously not very old. Just throw Kenneth, who's always very high value for whatever reason. I don't know why I thought I was going to get that trade. Oh my God, the Colts are not looking hot at all. McKinney? Aw, really? If McKinney's not going to go for that, maybe this is just not worth it. Blake Martinez, that's the name I'm looking for. Thank you. So now we have an option there, right? Like we have somebody that we don't have to worry about. What's our biggest positional need now? We could still use a corner. Linebacker is just good enough to get the job done. We could use one more lineman. We have 2 minutes to work with. I'm feeling all right. We could get rid of Mooney as well because he should be pretty valuable. If there's any green interest team, we're just going to rob them of their best player. Really? You don't want Mooney? He's great. I'm just trading him because we have so much talent, obviously. Trent Williams. I mean, surprisingly, we might be able to actually get someone here. I don't know why I would go for Bakhtiari. If they didn't give us Trent, we're definitely not going to get Bakhtiari because he's younger and he's like very similar. I'm trying to think of like a good lineman that we haven't. Oh, yeah. Let's go for Stanley, who's just absolutely insane. I was thinking of Joe Staley there for a second. Armstead. Come on, give us a lineman, dude. Tunsil could be doable, actually. Damn it. Just give me a guard. Speaking of players. I was about to say, no, I'll just throw that on there. 1 minute left. Do I just take Wyatt Teller? Might have to give a Mooney for this. This is, I was kind of chilling, nonchalant, like, it's just easy. Don't worry about it. We'll easily get this done. That might not be the case. It's starting to look scary now. What about that one guy? I'm really going to have to give it up for Jensen. I'm keeping Mooney, though. All right, we've seen that move before. Mooney and David Montgomery for a running back that is better, maybe? Elliott? Oh, they don't want that. It's got to be a team that doesn't have a running back or... there's just no way. All the teams that are interested are teams that don't need it. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, that was just it's a bit of a sell. Okay, just let that timer run for ages. All right, I don't know. We'll see. So we actually built a pretty damn good roster. 86 overall. There's a couple of positions I would have liked to go for, but you know, it's not easy with the timer pressuring you and just running out of value in general. Realistically, the best we could have done was trade Mooney, maybe sneak in some cornerback. I don't know, but realistically, I liked what we ended up with. We added Ragnow to play whatever his damn name is, to play right tackle. Jensen obviously at center, moving Whitehair to right guard. New tight end Evan Ingram doesn't look happy to be here, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe you can learn how to catch from Allen Robinson. Terry McLaurin is a huge addition. Mooney kind of getting cucked here, but he is a lower overall, I suppose. Fields, the sim god, better damn do it. And then David Montgomery, I don't know how I feel about that one, at least in Madden. JPP at outside linebacker. Minkah Fitzpatrick, a massive upgrade to safety. Cameron Hayward, we stole the Steelers players, basically. Eddie Goldman gets back to DT1. And then we get Shaquille Griffin once again, kind of like a Kyle Fuller one-to-one replacement. So would have liked to see another corner, but overall, I think we did what we need to do. This is kind of the way the Bears need to be built anyways. They don't necessarily need the greatest cornerback talent. They just need to get that front loaded, which obviously right now it looks pretty loaded to me. Here we are headed to playoffs, and we do lose, but we still hold on to the bye week. The Packers probably sneaking into the playoffs at 10-6 on that. Well, maybe not sneaking. If we got the damn bye week at 11-5, pretty damn good year, all things considered. Some pretty tough opponents in there, obviously. Statistically, like we said, the new Cam Newton for Sim stats. Justin Fields, 4,800 yards, 39 touchdowns, 11 picks. Rushing, David Montgomery, I expected a season like that. Allen Robinson, looking like a god. Terry McLaurin, really solid, too. Evan Ingram, actually really good, too. Does it show drops? No? Okay. Mooney, not bad, even, considering how many other players there are to throw the ball to. And then blocking, pretty solid numbers. Tackles, only one guy over 100. Johnson got close, though. Sack totals, look at that. Look at that. Mack with 13. Hayward with 11. A 9.5 for JPP. 9 for Hicks. That happens in real life. You're pretty much the number one defense. And Minkah Fitzpatrick, the ball hockey is. I mean, everything went pretty much perfectly to plan, right? Like this, we got a guy like Minkah to take the ball away because that's what he does. And that's literally what he did. Fields at number 4. You know, everyone that we added played how we expected them to play. Fields obviously winning a bunch of awards on top of it. It's a solid squad. 91 overall because they just updated. So let's go in. 91 overall to the 85 overall Cowboys. I mean, we did a damn good job. This has got to be a top 3 speed rebuild trading situation for us, right? It does help having a quarterback like Fields out the gate, but still looking pretty damn good to me. I know the Cowboys have a lot of talent, roster talent, but this has got to be a game you win. This just simply is. 3-3. It took us a little bit longer to get down there for 3, but we got it. We get 7 from the defense, looking like they took the ball away. And right before half, Dallas does get 3, but we're still leading. Now up by 11. Now up by much more than 11, as that should be the game. Dallas really just could never get anything going on offense, as this Bears defense is back to their prime ways. Looking nearly impossible to beat. Look at that. Holding Dak to a 30.2 passer rating. Of course, Zeke still had his, but it might have been off of one. Nope, he just had a good game. Simply go ahead. Dan Montgomery had a pretty good game, too. Evan Ingram, look at him. 0 drops. What is this? Some sort of miracle. Randy Gregory, interesting. They actually had a pretty good pass rush game. Look at Blake Martinez with a pick. Kind of just a desperation trade for Blake, to be honest. Now taking on the Saints, who were 3-3 earlier in the season, a team that we actually beat, I believe. I don't know why I said it like that. Just very emphasis on the beat. Very emphasis. Yep, that's the English language. The Browns are not going to progress. That is a bit surprising. The Bills, year 1. Interesting. Be nice to see the Bears. I mean, they're leading by 2, but we got to pick with Shaquille. Come on. Come on. 9-7. It's a close one. 14-9 right before half we get the field goal. So 24-9. Other things are getting out of hand. 2-point conversion. He scores. Kind of getting wild here, and that should be the dagger. The Saints don't want it to be the dagger, but we do. Defense didn't play as well that one. The offense actually had to kind of carry the job. Oh, that's because of Winston. All these quarterbacks are just like sim gods, even though they're bad overalls, apparently. Receiving, fair enough. Cameron Hayward, 2.5 sacks. 1.5 for Jordan. Fair enough, fair enough. Pick from Mac. Nice. That's clutch. And they missed a field goal, which could have and probably did play a pretty big factor. But here we are, the Chicago Bears in the Super Bowl. We already know it's the Bills. Let's take a look at potential dev-ups. Did we have any? Fields, probably. I think so, right? He's just not showing. Interesting. Allen Robinson obviously goes to X Factor, giving him first one free, which doesn't really... I think max security makes more sense, but max security is a stupid ability, so I'm just going to give him that. Minkah goes to X Factor, and I believe those to be the only upgrades. Breakout quarterback. I mean, I might as well slap it on there, right? It's unlikely he gets it, but interesting. That'd be so clutch to get your quarterback to X Factor because you won the Super Bowl and did good things. I don't know if it matters to actually change Fields to Superstar or not, but he's Superstar. It doesn't really matter. The abilities don't come into play if you don't actually play, I don't think. I think we've tested this a couple of Maddens now, and the abilities didn't matter in any of them. For a Super Bowl that even as a Packers fan, I wouldn't mind. I would have definitely rather have seen this in real life than what we did see. Well, I mean, definitely, because of the result. It was an awful Super Bowl. It was just so boring. I mean, realistically, if anyone wants to like talk about rigged Super Bowls or rigged like situations, like last year's game pretty much showed that it's not, right? Because like that was one of the worst Super Bowls I've ever seen, and I don't think the NFL wants that, right? 34-17, the Bears win. We're successful. We're just too good. It's just we're just too good. Justin Fields wins that would really suck, though, to be fair. Justin Fields already matching Rodgers' Super Bowl totals in one season. Yikes. I mean, of course, pretty damn good talent here. I mean, best team overall in the league at this point. But still, it would be a little bit of a heartbreaker, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, Buffalo being there with the Bears, I wouldn't mind it. Wouldn't mind it comparatively to last season. That kind of proves how much I hate Brady for his wins, right? You know, it is what it is. It be what it be. MVP of the Super Bowl goes to Mac. Is definitely deserved. 4 sacks. Ironically enough, he won't be up there. They got to fix that. I don't know if that's going to be something they actually do, but I don't know if they actually have the technology or however it would be decided to have the best performers up there on the podium. But at minimum, the MVP should go up there, right? Like the MVP. Oh, is he up there? I think they do go with the number 1 pass. No, it's not. That's Roquan. I forgot. It's middle linebacker, running back, wide receiver, QB. That's a bit of a sell, right? Like, it's the MVP should go up there, even if it's the damn kicker. I don't even care. But the Chicago Bears are on top of the world. That makes for probably like 4 successful Super Bowl speed rebuilds now, which is nice to see. I like to see that. Evan Ingram has been a really good piece. Might have to look to him in the future more. I know there's a couple of easy tight ends to trade for, but he's one of the better ones, especially for mismatchability. I'd imagine speed does matter in sim, right? Did he? No, he didn't even get it. Did he? Yeah, he didn't. How many did he need? Like 4 touchdowns, 325, 350 yards maybe? It's a lot. I don't even know. But that is going to be the speed rebuild of the Chicago Bears. Obviously, a massive success, a massive W. A couple of Steelers players carrying the load, and of course, Fields just went up tremendously high. I only put the sliders on 128 for quarterback, and yet here he is balling out. Looking at the defensive side of things, obviously some pretty solid players there too. But yeah, Mac, the biggest piece. Minkah was solid. Fields, obviously the biggest piece. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the thumbnail is going to look like. It might just be like Minkah and Fields or something, even though I want it to be Mac and Fields. But then it doesn't seem like a speed rebuild. It just seems like a realistic. Regardless, though, if you have a suggestion for a team you want to see next, let me know in the comment section below, because I've been pretty much Googling, and it's kind of, or YouTubing my own channel because I don't remember and I don't want to look through the playlist every time, so I just type in the freaking name of the channel and then speed reel. I'm like, damn it, I did that one already. I actually did one. I looked, I was like, oh, the Eagles could be fun. It's like, yeah, just did them, but sure, yeah, I mean, might as well, right? But yeah, leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays, and twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for streams, which would be probably tomorrow would be one, right? Assuming you saw one yesterday. I don't even know. I'm recording this a little early. Yeah, it's a little bit early. Anyways, though, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see